probability space, for example. In this probability space, there are weights, showing with those dots, and to like events onto the line, so as a random variable. So this mapping this of will be done very nicely. So that is one that students to teach them what to be taught. And I also have like inject the PowerPoint slides, so to explain something on the PowerPoint slides. So this is showing again this problem. There is something called binomial distribution, so being explained over here, and also explain on this in the thing that I highlight. If I say that this probability distribution function is give this expression.
So you could just sort of explain to her also that this is what is happening. Yeah.
Okay. No. Yeah. I'll Satyan, I'll start her class. So you will see the various things get demonstrated automatically. Okay. Okay. Today, we will be doing in statistical methods. I will be starting another very important and that is called, and the technique is called linear regression. Okay. So to start with, we will do the linear regression in one.
Okay.
Called linear regression. I show you a series of the aspects that we looking at is what is known as model. Basically, what is linear regression? Linear regression is a statistical technique which is prediction. Okay, especially in your climate science, you would like to predict past certain parts of the weather. So this regression is useful there. And the lecture that you will be hearing, the lecture is from the point of what is learning. Okay, so learning is again a computer is actually from its experience and able to predict whatever you wanted to predict. So it will mean that you will be hearing this lecture of linear Then the next aspect in linear regression that we will be talking about
Okay.
about lectures on that cost function. We are going to look at another important concept in called again is a tool or a method of minimum cost function and this gradient descent also. Okay. So the professor who is going to be for this as I said, it's going to be from a machine learning area. He take one example. Okay. Example in which the example is actually showing that scatter plot. Okay, a scatter plot is a plot in which the y-axis, points of the x and the y-axis, and you get that okay for a y. Okay, so that is going to be of a housing example. It's a very simple example, and through this lecture you will understand. I'll just start it.
Okay.
Lead with one variable, a model representation. And in this lecture, there might be a small quiz that will come into it. So try and answer it, okay? And listen to it carefully so that answer this the questions that will come. And first, I'll just start the audio. If you want the script also to come, then if you send the
example, use
It's not audible.
housing prices from
Yeah.
that will further different prices. You see what the model looks like. More importantly, you also see what the overall cost to find. Example of the different prices. We're going to use a data set of house prices from the city of Portland, Oregon, and give them a set of houses that will for a range of different prices. Let's say in this data set, you have a friend that's trying to sell a house, and let's say your friend's house is size 50 square feet, and you want to tell them how much they want to sell for. Well, what you will do is it's a model to this data, and that maybe tell your friend that say the house for about. This is an example of a supervised learning algorithm. Supervised learning was given the right answer for each examples. Maybe we'll tell what was the actual price of the houses in our data set. other most common type of supervised learning problem is called the computation problem, where we predict speed values outputs. Look at tumors and decide if is the label and the data is called threat. So the present example will of different housing prices. And is to learn from this data how to predict the prices. That we'll be using throughout this course. Going to do all the symbols is okay if you don't remember all the symbols right now, then as the course progresses, useful so I'm going to M throughout this course to denote the number of examples. So data set have let's say rows in this table, 7 examples and N is most of the So what case next is denote the rows of X is here. Just and use Y to denote my output variable on top of the rows. Second column. I'm going to use X comma Y to illustrate an example. So, and to refer to a specific training example, which xi comma y is to refer to I.
That we have this, whatever you want to, and instead of the size of the house, you say temperature in 1999, estimate say a temperature in 2015, then you can do that sort of prediction by model of linear regression. Okay.
Straight line to our data. When we have a training set like that shown here, remember our notation N was the training example, so it would be N equals 47. And the form of our hypothesis, which we use this linear function. To use a little bit more terminology, theta 0 and theta 1, right? These are called the parameter. Like, this is unusual, right? This is theta 0 and theta 1. This is, find me the values of theta 0 and theta 1 that causes this. This depends on theta 0 and theta 1.
So you understood what he said. What he said is that minimize that me the values of theta 0 and theta 1. Such expression is minimized. Minimized means you have the best hypothesis.
Theta 0 and theta 1. The 1 to 2 n times the sum of square errors between my predicted training set minus the actual value of the is equal. So this is going to be my overall function for regression. A bit more cleanly to do is by convention, usually define a cost function. Just go to this. Down here, up here, and this. Comma is 1. this cost function is also called the squared error function. And it turns out that what the squares of the errors is that the squared error cost function is a unique choice and will work well for most problems, for most regression problems. There are other cost functions that will work pretty well, but this function is probably the commonly used one for regression problems. Nathan is also talking about alternative cost functions as well, but this that we just had should be a pretty useful thing to try for most regression problems. Okay, so the cost function. So classical definition of cost function, and in case this function j will equate to 0 theta 1, in case this function seems a little bit strange, and you don't have a good sense of what it's doing, in the next couple of videos, we're going to go a little bit deeper into what the function j is doing and try to give you better intuition about what it's using and why it wants.
Into that quality.
The previous video gave a definition of the cost function.
It can increase the audio.
Here's what we had last time. We used straight line data, so we had this form as a hypothesis, these parameters theta 0 and theta 1. Different choices, different parameters, we end up with data. And there's a cost function, and that was our optimization function. In order to better visualize the cost function j, I'm going to work with a simplified hypothesis function, like I showed on the right. So I'm going to use my simplified hypothesis, which is just theta 1 times x. And 1 theta to 0. So I'm going to theta 1. And the function is selected 1. So now that is now equal to theta 1 times x. And I will look at theta 1 for my optimization vector. What this is that if theta 0 equals 0, that comes to choosing only a number that pass through the point 0, 0. By definition of cost function, let's understand cost function concept better. We want to understand the first the hypothesis function. Second, the cost. So notice the hypothesis of x. For theta 1, this is a function of, so the hypothesis is a function of what is x. Cost function, that's a function of parameter which controls the slope of the straight line. Plot these functions and try to understand them both better. Alright, let's say here's my trading set. Set 1, 1. Set theta 1 equals 1. And if that's my choice for theta 1, then this is going to look like this straight line. Okay? I'm plotting my hypothesis function, my horizontal axis, x label, size of the whole circle. After we set theta 1 equals 1, figure out what is theta 1. So let's go ahead and compute what the question is for the value. What is defined as follows.
What will be this j of theta 1, Revati? Equal to 1. it's exactly fitting the, the set. 0. Yeah. To work, just see.
First, and this is therefore equal to this. These surfaces. Just an example of a contour figure shown on the right, where the axes are theta 0 and theta 1. And what each of these ellipses shows is a set of points that on the same value of theta 0, theta 1. So, take that point, and that point, and that point. 3 of these points, like magenta, they have the same value of j theta 0, theta 1. I've seen console plots much before. Imagine, if you will, a rolling function that's coming out of my speed, so that the minimum, so the bottom of the bow is this point right there, and this middle.
Here, is it?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm having a problem. That's why I'm not able to hear. Now buy an audio device for me, because I think there are ways for me to put on continuous conversation to the hearing of the lecture.
Mm-hmm.
In 1 week or 10 days. Can you please again videos for me?
So, no, now you are not, is it?
Yes, sir.
What we will do is,
Video, I want to tell you about.
Navin said, just to bring in here, what she says is that, she wants to pick up a better audio set which can really be, taken around her ears, and then she'll be able to hear it.
About you, and is Satyan there online, or has he left?
Yes.
I'm here. I was not able to hear anything in this presentation. So I to hear video, but the audio is audible at all.
Oh, about you, Mahesh?
I hear, I would say with 80%, 10-20%, I had to stress a lot. But I hear a major portion, yes. The thing which I found this thing was because the thing is having a little Singaporean accent or something like that, or accent. But I could hear the video. So I said about 75-80%, yes. 20% a little tough, yes. But yeah, headset, probably I'll be able to hear better, yes.
Switched on the, the, what's it called, the, script. Have been done. There's an option here, there is a script. Only thing is, in that script, what happens is then it, covers some of the action also. So, okay, anyway, we will, I think stop for now. What he's saying is to get a better audio, or also, other players like, videos and videos, there was no problem, right, Revati?
No problem, because the voice has clear.
That is a different thing, because that's due to the accent, and switch on the what's it called, this I had switched on the script. So you can follow the what he's talking.
Yeah, actually, what I want to say you is that I really hearing problem. That if anybody speaks about faster or a lot of if sounds, the whole complete voice is like noise to me. So hearing aid.
Okay, so that's something related to the.
But I will take it within case because a doctor advised me not to use that because to use this aid at it will be helpful for you. But for videos and meetings, I should compulsory have it because I am not able to hear anything.
What we will do for the Monday, whatever balance is left or whatever has been done, do it through the slides. Okay.
The thing I have completed the assignment what you have given. If you check it now, it will be better for me. Then what I have done is correct or wrong.
Okay. So how to show it through that? Or we no. What I suggest is we can do that Monday. First, we'll see your assignment, and then we'll continue with this lecture through the what's called
Okay.
go through the audio. We go through the slides. And, then we will.
I think nice. In fact, maybe I have 2-3 points to tell because Satyan is online and I want to take this opportunity. Sir, you please be online, all of you. I just take the presenter control from Professor for 4-5 minutes and show 1 or 2 things more to Satyan. They are slightly different. I just and the control from to me, and I will just sort of I have now taken the controls with me, so I am okay. I'm going to just try this first time. There is a test which has been composed. In fact, there are 2 methods. Certain, if I can just draw your attention more because the more applicable to even schools, students and teachers as such. There are 2 things. One is that you can open and then the student can give their opinion on the poll, and that comes online. Can quickly try to open that poll. Let us see. Very quickly, I will take 2 minutes to do that. Just see that. Yes, Reddy, you also please be online. Maybe you can see, all of you can see 3 questions. These are very simple examples. You don't have to attempt all that. But you can see there are 3 questions, 1, 2, and 3. Question 1 has some IPL winner this year. Basically, this is a multiple choice but single answer. And second is IPL finalist, who you think could be. And the question is describe who will be. If you can see these 3 questions on your screens available. Yeah, Satyan, can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So I'm not asking you to attempt this because I'm just trying to actually basically show that this is possible. So I'm just going to close this and try the next one. This is the teachers or the faculty can seek the opinions of the attendees to poll. This is not a test actually, but it is seeking the opinion. But now I'll try to put a test now. I'm just closing this poll. Just maybe 5-10 seconds or something. A poll solving, giving the responses to the poll is an involved process where you take some time to answer it and things like that. So now I'm going to close this poll. I'll be able to now just close the poll here. Yeah. Poll now, but I'm going to bring the let us see, this is a new thing which we have tried. Whether the test basically is a formal sort of a thing, where they give a test online and the students can then sort of answer that. We are trying. We have made a test actually. Something is appearing on your. You see that they're coming down test questions. Start test. Let us say start the test now. See view. You see questions like, for example, this is first question of 24 and minus 51. So in fact, here the answer is already being given. But question and then question 3. So likewise, there will be a test which can formulate prior to the class or even call during the class and give to the students. So I just wanted to actually explain that this is also possible, and I will just close this. Actually, I don't want to keep from that, but these two features I wanted to say. The third one I share basically more for Satya. This is like, for example, more for the school kids. If they're like math teacher is taking class for, let us say, 10th or 11th, and given the question, and then you see what do you call student yeah. If I'm a student and this is visible to you on your screen, the question has been solved by me, has been solved actually by diary or something, and I show it and teacher can see that. The students may not have the, input device and things like that. So various permutations, combinations are possible, and let's take this opportunity of basically cursorily explaining to Satyan. Of course, to details, they'll have to be practiced like that. So what I have to say in this, then thank you, Prof, sir, for really spending time, and you also, thank you very much for being patient, student, and Satyan, absolutely from us that you took the time of joining. And if we can talk about it later. One time, I think it's time. Thank you. Yeah. If anything, please speak now.
Can you just give me the control for 1 minute?
Yes, I'll just quickly give you just 1 sec. Yes, just sir.
Okay. No, to just tell Satyan and that I'll that same video through a different Windows player and just the quality of the audio now. Okay.
Okay.
Just thinking about the alpha concrete sense, but minimizing the cost function J. In terms of sense is a more narrow alpha, and is used not only in linear regression, it's actually used all over the place. Because we use gradient descent to
Is it better?
Much better.
Okay.
Yes, it is definitely better. I wouldn't say this is really, I would say 100% or something, maybe slightly better, yes.
100%, but I didn't hear anything at all. But this time it was
And it would be better the way Satyan is hearing it through the headset, it will be much better. I'm not hearing it through the headset, I am just hearing it through external speakers. So it would be much better actually, you know.
Other thing is also switched on the script. But script is not required because he's, annotating the slides. So whatever speaking, you can, see on the slide also.
That can be seen very clearly, it's not a problem. Very good, I would say, very different tools, techniques available, wonderful stuff. Okay, I mean, it depends how for example, if we recommend, okay, headset is the best option with attendees that they can really hear much better, actually, you know. So I think this is what we wanted to share with you, and I requested Prof to spend some more time, so I'm very thankful to him and really to you also. So thanks to you in any case, first to really be an observer here. So anything now, otherwise we can talk later, it's not a problem.
talk later, sir. A couple of things that I would like to talk to you about, but then we can do that on the phone.
Yeah, later. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'll take back the presenter control and then we can leave the session. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In the file option, we go in the leave session. So we session.
We are meeting Monday, right, Revati?
Yes, Monday.
Tell you, sir, because can we shift the time from 6:15 to 15 or 7:30?
Okay.
15 to 7:30 or so is fine, Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Everybody, yes, for being part of it. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Thank you very much. You can stay put. We can talk once Revati leaves, if that is what is okay with you. Leaving the session.
I just want to tell you that I have paid the fees for the Center and Navin also. Please check it out and just do the bills separately for Winter and sir, so that I can reimburse that.
Yeah, invoice will give you.
You for total 2,150 you give that in my project like that. If it all not
we'll give. Now the other thing I wanted to check from you, Revati, are you deciding now for Monica, or when would that happen? Maybe sometime?
No, not now, because I just paid the fees for the total of now. take some time and I'll
Okay,
give it
okay.
off.
Okay. Whenever you decide, you let me know. No problem. Okay, you can leave the session.
Yes, we should.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Is left now. In fact, the Satyan, now we can be there on the thing. Too late for you also. It's already past 10. Actually, there are more things also which we can really practice later. Prima facie, you may be having some points, I'm sure, but we can always clarify those. Sure, sure. We can talk about it later.
Yeah, we can talk about it later.
And we could not, sort of do that. So I thought, then you see, of course, this is pretty late. Like there are one, two things which could have done. Maybe lack of time, we didn't do. Only if you want to do it, but I would say not required. If you want to attend another one with Python is fine, but otherwise, it gives a lot of things. Actually speaking, the features and facilities are pretty high. Think about it, and then we can separately on phone later. Like that.
Yeah, I think that I clear today what I've been shown today. But I mean, we are also thinking a really futuristic scenario. So there are things that we are looking at that we can that
Sure. So we should. Yeah. Okay. I mean, if that's what it is, then you can leave the session. In fact, I did not tell you about chat. That's okay. That's just a feature. I tried to give some chat messages to you. You saw the chat window. Yeah. So you can see, I'm just trying to, share those chats between me and you. Others are not able to see that. Basically, the professor was taking the class, so I didn't want to, anybody. So I just gave it to only you like that. Thank you for being a patient observer here, and thanks. Okay. Yeah. So you can leave. Okay. Thanks.